Growing up, coming from the background that I do, I had a very wrong misconception of who God is. When you hear the question, who is God? What comes to mind? We all probably have a little bit of a different view of who God is, and we all might answer that question a little bit differently. But the only thing that matters is, what does the Bible, what does God's word say about who he is? Growing up, I always viewed God as just this angry person who, if I just didn't behave right, if I didn't perform correctly, then he was going to get angry at me. And I felt like I had to be a good person. I had to dress a certain way. I had to do all these different things, follow all these different rules in order for God to approve of me, in order for God to love me. And the truth is, that is not who God is. For the past couple months, I have just been really searching God's word and studying it to find out for myself who God actually is. It has brought so much freedom, so much transformation. It has just, the truth has set me free. And my prayer is that this series of answering the question, who is God, will set you free as well. Today I want to look at Exodus chapter 34, verses 5 and 6. The Lord came down in a cloud, stood with him there, and proclaimed his name. The Lord passed in front of him and proclaimed, the Lord is a compassionate and gracious God, slow to anger, and abounding in faithful love and truth. There's 4 things in these verses that tell us more about who God is. The first one, the Lord is compassionate. What does compassionate mean? Compassionate means showing sympathy and concern for others. God shows sympathy and concern for us. The second one is gracious. God is a gracious God. Gracious means courteous, kind, and pleasant. Number 3, God is slow to anger. He does not get angry very easily. And that in itself really stood out to me when I was searching who God is, because that is always, like I said, a big thing that I viewed God as, just an angry God. But he is slow to anger. Number 4, abounding in faithful love and truth. What does abounding mean? Abounding means abundant, plentiful. His love and truth is plentiful. It is abundant. So God is compassionate. God is gracious. God is slow to anger. And God is abounding in faithful love and truth.